Hi, everybody. Crazy Rock God is here, and I am going to let you introduce yourself because, tell everybody who you are and what you do and all of that fun stuff.
Paul Crosby, formerly of the band Saliva, currently of the band Coldwards.
I met you a few times.
Probably.
I hosted a show that you were on in Illinois. Yeah, I did. I did. I was like, well, this is interesting. Let's see if he remembers at all.
Well, I'm about a year and 3 months sober now. So, now I'll remember meeting you from this point on. But I'm sure a bunch of people several times in the past that, typically at shows especially, maybe having a few.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's a little, what's funny is, I don't even have to get up there and do what you guys do. I would have to be drunk.
Have a little something to take the edge off,
Right? I hide behind a screen and talk to no one most of the time. So, seeing who you're talking to or playing for has got to be, quite the thing.
Absolutely.
So tell me about the band. I've already played your music a bunch of times. That's why I was kind of, I haven't done a reaction to your song on, my reaction channel. I've played you on Rock Rage, but I haven't done a reaction video yet because I've already heard the song.
Yeah.
I try not to cheat.
Well, we'll make sure that we'll be releasing our next single probably around the 3rd week of June. We'll make sure you get that first so you can do a legit reaction video to that maybe.
Nice. That's the goal.
But the band is called Coldwards, pronounced like cold words. But it's me, my 2 sons, Sean and Zach, and one of my best friends, Richie Hay, Rich X as we call him. We just kind of it started off us just writing some songs, some music together around the COVID lockdown 2020 time frame.
Yeah.
So, as with a lot of other musicians and bands, we had plenty of time to write. So it kind of started off just that, and we were just writing I had some songs, and I had my son Sean, kind of co-write and do a little vocal line on and this and that. And then it just morphed into really good songs, and we just kind of decided to put a record out, and then that morphed into let's do it, let's actually be a band, and kind of we're here now.
That's okay. So I didn't know your kids were in the band, so I learned something new today.
Yeah.
I knew you were there.
We're not like a gimmicky kind of family band kind of thing. We don't really even like the term family band. We just happen to be in a band together. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think there's no gimmick though. The music's real and it's good and it's legit. So
how different is it for you to record and do stuff now that it is such a different dynamic as opposed to the way you recorded before?
Well, this actually, it makes it a lot easier because, Sean lives in Wisconsin and Zach lives in Memphis, and me and Richie are here in Houston. So it makes it easier this way. They have their own home studios where they live, and we can kind of write like this, and then we shoot a video or want to rehearse or whatever. We just fly the boys here to Houston and kind of do those things. We're planning on, we're going to start doing shows probably late July, August, sometime time frame. So we'll be doing we're rehearsing a lot already. We'll be doing a lot more rehearsing and be doing full-time shows here coming up before too long, kicking it in high gear. Planning on releasing the full record in July. So ready for things to take off.
So do you have a favorite song so far or no? Since it's such a new thing, do you have a favorite?
I really love all of the songs, but as far as my favorite song to play, we'll put it that way, coming from a drummer musician perspective, we have a song that hasn't been released yet called I Told You So. It's on the full record, but we jammed that one a lot at rehearsal. We're probably gonna, when we start doing shows, we're gonna open with that song. It's really heavy and gets pretty much to the point, pretty technical to play too. So stay
Nice.
tuned.
For sure. For sure. I'm trying to think. So since you guys haven't played out live, I can't ask some of the weird, goofy things that I normally ask people. Because I like to get like weird, interviews are boring.
Yeah,
Always, how's this?
10 questions, but
Right.
this one,
Well,
this is different though for me because I get to talk about a new band instead of just saliva questions over and over and over again.
True. So you guys are headed out on tour some point soon? Do you have some festivals lined up or anything, or?
Right now, we're going to do our debut show here in Houston because we are a Houston-based band. And then we're going to go from there. We'll probably just do kind of sporadic shows between now and the end of the year. But our main focus is to be out there in order to catch all of next year's festival and touring season full on. We're kind of going to test the waters this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because none of us really know how this is going to go this year. It's like a guessing game.
Full-blown, full-fledged next year, early festival season and all that good stuff.
Right on. So do you have any, since I don't have the rest of your band on here, and since you're the only one who's been out and touring, let me ask a weird-ass question. What is the weirdest thing that you can remember a band has ever said or done?
Well, I mean, one time, there's probably some weirder stuff than this that I probably just should never mention, but this...
Just don't mention names and you're okay.
This particular incident was in Oklahoma City at a festival that I don't think they do anymore. It was called Cat Fest. I know the rock radio station in Oklahoma City is called the Cat, K-A-T-T.
Uh-huh.
So there was a festival called Cat Fest, and we did it, it was a big deal every year, and we were doing a meet and greet. We were all behind a table signing, and a girl was in the line, and she got to me, and she said, "Would you guys sign my leg?" And I was like, "Sure, put it up here on the table." And she reached down and detached her prosthetic leg and put it on the table, and we all signed it, and it was a funny story, but she stood there, and I was like, she said, "Will you sign my leg?" And when I meant by put it on the table, it was like, put your leg on the table.
Right, yeah.
Just so happened to be a prosthetic. That one kind of sticks out still. And the funny thing is I've heard interviews in the past with other bands like Stained and stuff that did that same festival that year, and said person was at the same meet and greet for them, and they I heard them say the same kind of story, so it was pretty cool.
Interesting. That's interesting. So she's got like a very well signed prosthetic. That's kind of cool.
It's out there somewhere. Probably worth a lot of money.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Who would think? So you have a song that's out right now that I know that we're playing. Your next song's out about how long?
Tentatively, we're gonna release the fourth single, which is called Whirlwind. Probably about the third week of July, I'm guessing, somewhere in that time frame. We're about to shoot the video for it. It's actually being mixed right now, so we should be getting that back anytime. So once we get the mix back and it's mastered, then we'll pick our release date. But look at about the third week of June, and then put out the full record, which is called Bloodwork, probably second week of July, third week of July, something like that. Pretty quick after the fourth single.
Nice. I'm going to work that. Get it out there.
You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. There's not really especially when you're a brand new band, you know that. You have to, make people want you to release it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's better to just release a single.
Yeah, my other plan on this was, we are a brand new band. If our next record, I wouldn't stretch it out like this. But right now, we want to do shows. We want to get out there. So if you just throw a single out and go start playing shows, nobody knows any of your songs. Nobody's going to be there. And even if you're on tour with another national, nobody's going to really know any of your songs.
So you
So
cross your fingers for merch sales. And
right. My plan was to get out, a good 4 singles or so like we're doing and then drop the record. Then when we go play some shows, there's stuff that's been out there people know, you know what I mean? And then
right.
once we're a little more established, the next record we won't do it that way because people kind of already will know
Know
who we
some of your music, yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
just because we're new, we wanted to get it out there before we got ourselves out there, you know what I mean?
Right. Plus it gives you time to get super tight because
Yeah.
nothing's worse than watching a band that can't play together.
We are constantly rehearsing and getting tight, and we actually we have Sean and Zach's parts on rehearsal tracks. So when we rehearse without them, we have their parts on tracks so that we're still rehearsing, and then they're rehearsing to their tracks at home without with our parts on there. And then when we get together, we rehearse all together. So we're getting continually tighter even when we're not all together. So
nice. You know, it is interesting. Even with my issues with technology today, especially,
yeah.
It has made recording and stuff really kind of cool. You can kind of record anywhere now.
Yes.
With anyone.
That's right. And you can work on ideas like we do. I come up with an idea, email them to demo, they add their part, and then once we go, oh, that's it, then we just track the thing for real,
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I appreciate it so much. I do. Thank you for tolerating the fact that I don't know what's the deal with this thing. I still don't see myself, just you.
I see you, and you look great. So.
Well, thank you. You need to bring your asses. When you guys get out there, come to Arizona, because I live in Arizona now. Nobody comes here.
Yeah, we plan on taking over the entire world at some point, so I'm sure we'll see you.
Well, I happen to be kind of friendly with the lady who owns your label.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
So I don't mind to help push you guys out there. That's kind of my goal, is to help bands get bigger. So
we really appreciate it. And, the music world is a small world, so if we all band together and help each other out, it's not a competition, you know what I mean? So I think it can only do good for everybody.
Oh, for sure. And Rock Rage Radio, we've always been take care of the underdogs. Always take care of the underdogs.
I love it.
All right. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you.
Bye.